So this game I used to have on PC, at least the shareware. It's a game I have never ever heard anyone else talk about. Freaking epic intro. Taking a while. Alright. Single player or co-op, or is it 1v1? I don't remember. Languages. Tutorial. There are two opposing forces, green and brown. The opposing force is your enemy. Okay. Turn left and right. Put shells and rockets. Fires forward, fires down. Bank. Left. Center. Fires. Lays mines and forward. Drops like amphibious. Wait, this thing is amphibious? Bunker, directional pencil. Boom. Use view map. The musics. That's a password system. I remember really loving this game. Alright, let's grab the tank first. We can the map like that. View ammo and munition. How about this? Why is there no music? Could be music though. Weird. Either, I don't know. Alright. There's a lot of stuff to break. Oh, this is kind of a tutorial. So after that, we have to grab the Jeep. Oh god, controls are inverted. Oh, I see. Is it because I selected that thing? Yeah. Steering method I chose, right. I was wondering what that is it's a control method. Interesting that the frickin' there should be music. There's no music, there should be music here. That's very odd that the music isn't playing.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
No. Don't redo the same level. Oh wow, there's multiple things to choose here. That was for real. Oh, now we have music. Or not. Yeah, there is. Oh, this is my base. I always loved just breaking everything. I'll say they do have like units here that will throw grenades and shit. And I can resupply ammo, points, and fuel. This is for ammo resupply, I believe. Yep. But ultimately our objective is to capture the flag. But it's gotta be safe for our Jeep to get there. Oh crap! I didn't want to explode that. Okay, here's our refuel. And even just drive over the tents. Ammos. Now we get the laughing skull. We got more. Climb a little bit. Let's take our heli. Will obviously give us ride of the Valkyries. Pretty hard to control. Maybe I have the wrong control scheme, I don't know. I did forget what happened when you go all the way off the map. There's like something special that happened. Oh. Submarine. Probably like a rocket with a sub. Yep. Always something. I never knew this thing could be amphibious. Grab it. So why are you not grabbing it? Maybe I didn't destroy it enough. This is hard to control. I got your flag.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Awesome. That was a gold or was that bronze? Gold. That was pretty slow, I felt. There's a lot of levels, by the way. Now, it does get a bit repetitive pretty quickly, so I definitely won't be doing this in one go, but every now and then. Let's take out this thing. Thing though, I might have to. Let me swap. Do it myself. Don't have mines though. Maybe here I'll get some. Maybe mines is only in PvP. I mean, it's useless here because the AI doesn't have any vehicles, so yeah. It would be cool if like the buildings would have more functions though. There'd just be more use to things. Now if we do this, we'll get back to base a lot quicker. Oh. Rolls, please.
Today,
Same cutscene the whole time. I really not like find my like it doesn't like want the analog thing. Actually won't let me like find multiple. Auto fire. I do like the rocket thingy. Gotcha. You wonder if you go off the map with the Jeep then. Go like very far. Guess the same thing will happen, but seems like a bit overkill. I don't even have a map. Oh, that's why I drop it. I guess for PvP to hide it or something. Like in case you're unable to like get it or something to your base.
Today,
Okay. Fuck. There's so many levels. Do one chapter at a time, maybe. Let's go, heli. Multiple islands. I forgot if you could break the frickin' bridges. But I don't think you can refuel and rearm, resupply with the heli. Oh, you can. Wait, but then how could you get to the flag? You destroy the bridges. Have to test that out. So you just can't go with the tanks then? Like you can with the Jeep, of course, because that one is amphibious. And you can with the heli. What if you're out of helis and out of, well, out of Jeeps you can't win anymore, of course, but... Like, this'll just sink me, right? Yeah, this'll just sink me. That's crazy. Is there a way to... No, I don't think you can build the bridges, but like, holy crap, that's crazy. Heli shows the powers on the map. Oh, there goes two. I can't do that before we sink. I'm gonna get stuck there. Yeah, we got like no map at all with the Jeep. Makes sense, I guess. Hi, Moosey. Welcome to Return Fire. Yeah, EMCA. Copyrighted music. This is kind of a game from my childhood. It's very cool and fun, but it gets repetitive pretty quickly, if I'm fair. I'd say the highlight is probably the two-player mode, where you can fight against each other. So it's simple, basically. When you fight against the AI, all you have to do is destroy the enemy towers, and I'm not sure. I don't think it's an RTS. It's more like just a top-down vehicular combat game. Um, the objective is basically to steal the flag of the enemy base and bring it to your own base. So it's like capture the flag. But the problem is when you play against the AI, you just get a set of levels. But the enemy does not get to use vehicles. They only have towers, so it's a lot more boring. You do a two-player mode and you play against another player, then it gets interesting because both players get a vehicles. So you select them. There's a ton of maps, by the way. And you get 4 different vehicles, all with 3 lives each. So you get a tank. You get a like a armored vehicle with a rocket pod and mine laying capability. You get a flying helicopter that has both rockets that this thing has, and it has the shots of the tank. And you've got the Jeep, which the Jeep only gets to throw grenades, but the Jeep is the only vehicle that can grab the enemy's flag. However, the land vehicles can resupply ammo and fuel at depots, whereas the helicopter, as far as I know, needs to go back to base to refuel and stuff. So you select your vehicle, and well, the helicopter does get a radar and shows me where all the enemy towers are. So this is like the normal shots. This is what the tank also has, and I can also switch to rockets if I want. No, I can partially destroy the buildings or completely if I want to. These are the fuel depots where I can refuel my land vehicles. That's the ammo depot, so I mostly don't want to destroy those. Oh, and there I get shot down. Helicopter is quite fragile. We can try the tank. Tank also has a rotating turret. One thing I found out though is that you can destroy these bridges, and the dark blue is like deep water, which your land vehicles cannot go over because they'll drown. Except the Jeep, which I didn't even know had. I only found it out today, is that the Jeep actually has amphibious abilities to go very slow over water. But it's like weird, because like what if you don't have helicopters anymore and you destroy a bridge? At that point, like, you cannot really go to the enemy's base anymore. Now if you do destroy other buildings, like little troops come out that throw grenades, as you can see, they will crawl out and they will throw grenades. It's actually best to not shoot them because they'll just damage, and here you can resupply ammo. Same for the fuel tank. Oh. Now the tank does have a radar, but the tank's radar does not show me where the turrets are. Only the helicopter's radar does that. It's a pretty long bridge. Oh, there's the flag though on the radar. A lot of turrets here. Oh boy. Oh, my tank is gonna break. And that little tower is the flag. That's... Now we gotta go back with the Jeep. What I find easier to do is, instead of going all the way back to the base, is just drown my vehicle. Saves some time. And we get the Jeep. Which doesn't get a radar, so you have to memorize where the enemy flag is. But we get to throw grenades. Then when we grab the flag, we get to bring it to our base. It's like a capture the flag. So again, like with this, I would definitely imagine the PvP mode against a friend would be the most fun. Yeah, you'd probably not want to take out towers with a Jeep. I think it's just some last resort grenade throwing you can do. Maybe. Maybe you could take out one tower.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
I have no clue where that scene is from. Let's do one more so I can show you. And maybe we'll dip into the two-player mode, even though I don't have a... I'd need to bind that, actually. Okay, now I'll show you this thing. This is probably my favorite one because it gets the rockets. It also gets mines you can lay, but not in the one-player mode, it seems. Which makes sense, because the enemy doesn't have vehicles anyway, so it would be useless to lay mines. We'll also save one tower somewhere, so we can check if the Jeep can destroy it. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is a beast. The rocket pods. You can also shoot up in the air against helicopter players, but it's useless in single player mode, of course. So I do think with all the things, it's probably the main idea was to make it a multiplayer game. Nope. No AI multiplayer mode, sadly, or like PV, like AI vehicle mode. That's what makes, that's what kind of sad. Is it would have been cool if the enemy also had like an AI. So it's like, again, first and foremost, I think just developed to be like a game to play against another player. Yeah, definitely in like an open map like this. Because the maps can get pretty big. I'll also show you something funny. So if we grab the helicopter and go out of the map's border, that's something every gamer always needs to figure out. So if we fly out of the map border, something will eventually happen. Yeah. That's what happens. Don't get out of the map border, otherwise they'll get a freaking heat-seeking missile from a submarine. I always love these kind of things they having. Oh my god, it's still after me. Can I land it? No! Alright, I'll test out the Jeep against the tower. Yeah, I always love creative ways of keeping players outside of the map, inside of the map borders. Yeah. Like, in theory, I guess if you could keep maneuvering away from the rocket, maybe you could get, like, very far. But yeah, there's, try to take out a tower. Oh no. One rocket and I'm dead. So there we go. Very brutal. Maybe if you're a very good driver, which I am not. You can strafe with the helicopter, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can dodge them, I guess, because they fire in a straight line. They don't like lead. So you can definitely like dodge them. Not going too far. Don't want another nuclear submarine. Now, what I always did as a kid was just destroy every single thing in the enemy base, but the game actually gives you medals depending on your time. And, yeah, the Jeep also gets the amphibious ability, so if we're in the water, then press A. We can, like, inflate something. And then deflate it again with A. The Jeep gets to go over water, but very slowly, making it very vulnerable for helicopters. I do wonder how far the Jeep could get to reach past the submarine. That's one thing I want to know.
Today,
For some reason, there's like a delay in save. Evening hang fire. Alright, so here I'm just gonna go out in the open with the Jeep over the water. Oh, a steam roulette. That's unexpected. I'll have to do that in a moment then. Let's first just try out Jeep. Oh, that's the enemy tower. Okay, let's see how far we can get with the Jeep. It's gonna be taking a while, but I want to see like if the nuclear submarine is gonna be cruel enough to just take out my tiny Jeep sailing across the ocean. I do think the same thing will happen, but it'll be fun to see. Some good news, actually. Steam apparently banned games on that have like advertisements in them. Like games with ads basically inside of them. Those get banned on Steam now apparently. Which I think is fine. Like I hate ads in games. That should not be a thing. So even in free to play games, like I think that's intrusive bullshit. Maybe we'll actually run out of fuel before we get to the submarine. Well, not in that way. Because I know racing games do technically have advertisements because racetracks, yeah, exactly, they have like sponsors on the tracks and cars. But yeah, they obviously mean like, you know, like actual like ads as a form of monetization in the game. Yeah. I think most racing fans probably want the authenticity of sponsors. At least I do. If I play like a track racing game, I wouldn't want the sponsorships to be gone because I think it could be there. And they are like usually car related sponsors as well. Not always, but usually. Um, is there not gonna be a submarine, or is this thing just that slow? Yeah, if it's like a fake ad, like that fits in the context of the game. Yeah, that's what I also think. I definitely think there should not be an expiration for like the licensing of things in games. Especially because like here's the thing, right? If I have a physical disc of let's say Gran Turismo 3, um well then right now I can still grab the Gran Turismo 3 disc and put it in my PlayStation 2 and it will still have the same cars and the same music that is licensed on the disc. And what I think currently I think should be illegal is the fact that I buy a game now. For example, let's also say a racing game. Say a new racing game comes out and it has licensed cars and licensed music. Or just licensed music like GTA actually has had, like GTA 4. And then after X amount of years, the license is expired, and then they literally patch out the songs if they don't want to extend the license. Like, that's just dumb. That's so fucking dumb. So in the case of GTA 4, they don't renew the licenses and they put different songs in maybe that are cheaper. Um, but what Forza, for example, does is the Forza games, they just get entirely removed off Steam after a couple years. And that's what I find fucking terrible. Like, the Forza games are not preserved well on PC. Like, you could, you know, get the physical versions on consoles, then you'd have to have them preserved, most likely. But on PC, nope. Usually no real physical versions anymore on PC, which is like one thing I don't like. And then they just get removed from storefronts. Yeah, that's the problem I have now with Forza games. Is like at least usually you do get a heads up before it gets removed, so I have a chance to buy them before they get removed. But yeah, it just really sucks that you know. I just like in the case of GTA. In the case of GTA, I don't think Rockstar has an excuse to not repay for the license because Rockstar has enough money. Hi there, Slayer. I'm doing okay. How are you? We're just going off the edge of the map to see if the submarine will come and destroy my Jeep, but so far no luck. So yeah, Rockstar has enough money to just renew the licenses. But I think with something like Forza, I'm not sure if it's necessarily the devs' fault. I think it is more likely just the whole like copyright system and like paying for the rights system fault. I think I could be wrong though because you know my knowledge about it is limited, but like the licenses thing should probably be different because I can kind of understand that if the developers or publishers, whoever pays for it behind Forza, if they have, you know, like four old Forza games on the storefront, that, you know, in the end it's gonna like cost them a lot of money, right? To constantly have to renew licensing costs for the cars of like X amount of old games. Yeah. The music industry in general is pretty fucked. Oh, well, that's just the fuel. So either we don't get far enough, or it just won't trigger because the devs will know that the player will run out of fuel with the Jeep before they even get far enough. Uh, if I'd have to guess, I'm gonna guess that we'll explode if we run out of fuel. I'm not sure. If we do explode in the water, then I'm assuming it will be safe to assume on land will also explode. But if we drown, then we'll have to see what happens on land. But yeah, I'm sure that on land you'll run out of fuel a lot quicker. Be a bar anymore. Oh, we drown. Or this fuel goes a lot quicker on land. Let's find out what it is. Not remembering. You can also manually drop the flag if you have it with the Jeep. I guess that can be useful in PvP if maybe you want to hide the flag and you're not able to like extract it to your base right away. Yep, it just drops on the ground where you dropped it. Honestly, they should make a game exactly like this, but like bigger in scope and maybe with like more players and stuff like that. Maybe more vehicles. I think there's something pretty fun and cute about like this idea. Oh. I'm like, huh? I was looking at my phone for a moment, I'm like, huh? Where's my car? I would say the top-down zoomed-out perspective does make it look a lot better than a lot of other PS1 titles in terms of like 3D graphics. Oh, it did not explode. Will it still be there? It did look like some guy went out. Oh, it's still there as well. Cute. Yeah, it did look like that. Oh, we can blow it up. Nope, it is different fuel and health. Now you don't see a direct health bar, but when you take damage, take a good look at the radar when I'm taking damage. Okay, hit me from it. So you will see, the bigger that circle gets, the closer I am to death. Because if I now stop taking damage. Yeah. So it's like, the bigger the circle, the closer, the lower my health bar is. Well, that's that. You could also change the control scheme if you want. So you can either choose to go forward and backwards with up and down and then rotate with left and right. Or you can change the controls to just like go into the corresponding directions. So you go up if you press up, you go right if you go right. Stuff like that. Yeah, so either tank controls or like directional controls. Yeah, we do have a tank. And you can change it manually per vehicle if you have a different preference.